excitement of Premier League is back. Pep Guardiola, Manchester City is back. And hey, against Newcastle United, 4-0. Marmoush is the one trending with a hat-trick this weekend. It's been just great. And Chelsea yesterday disgracefully lost 3-0 against Brighton, while Arsenal went away from home to Leicester King Power Sports Stadium to win by 2-0. And hey, Merino with a brace. That is how it's standing. And probably today is another day that will be giving you more into the Premier League and more into the football world. Remember, La Liga games have played as well. And Real Madrid fail again to win after just a massive show up in the Champions League. Is something else in La Liga. Will they be able to take the league? Probably. If you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. Your opinions are highly welcome. With me is Eddie. Welcome to Ashili Sports. I don't know where to begin and I don't know where to start. But take Chelsea versus Brighton or Brighton versus Chelsea. A disgraceful performance yesterday, a disgraceful result to Chelsea yesterday. And this is the second time Brighton is winning against Chelsea in just a week. Well, the coach confirmed that this was his worst performance upon arriving to Chelsea. This particular game was his worst performance. What do you make up of that match?
It's very sad. It's very sad for Chelsea to lose against Brighton. I think within less than 2 weeks, it's not even up to 2 weeks, to lose in the league and also to lose in the Premier League as well. So it's very, very sad. Although yesterday Chelsea dominated all the game, I think over 60% or 70, or almost 70% ball possession, but at the end losing 2-0 is something abysmal. As I told you earlier on, since they've gotten the previous win, they will definitely fight harder to get also a win against Chelsea, and it happened. It happened yesterday. We saw that. So I think I'm not sure Chelsea is even likely to even be in the top 4 this season. Chelsea won't be able to qualify for top 4. Just mark my words. Because with this type of performance, my brother, I'm now trying to question myself. Is it because Nicholas Jackson has been injured? That's why Chelsea failed to score yesterday, or what? Then if Chelsea is not able to score in their next game, or are not able to win their next game, that automatically is because of Nicholas Jackson. That's why Chelsea is failing to score. But I think Cole Palmer and the guys have to speed up because they have to show up. Because it's been a while since I even saw like an assist or a goal from Cole Palmer. So the guys have to do something. Yeah, it's getting out of
the guys. Yeah, the guys have to do something. Bunch of dead wood and also a lot of no even shot on target in the game for Chelsea. And Brighton goalkeeper was resting the whole entire time. We just owning ball possession. I think they thought possession is all about winning games. It's totally different. And Chelsea, that was a woeful performance from the Blues yesterday.
How can you play 9 teams that even not a shot on target?
It didn't happen.
If you want to
no
put
shot
this far, or if you want to go find the Premier League or win the title, go ahead and win the title or play in the top 4, playing the game. 9 solid minutes plus additional minutes without shot on target. Chelsea is just a funny club, I swear. I'm just telling you.
Arsenal versus Leicester ended up 2-0 for Arsenal. But then the first half performance was very, very poor. It didn't look like a team who needed to win a title this season. But then Merino in the second half opened up the score for Arsenal and get additional goal for Arsenal again. And Merino have been the man of the match for that game as well. And hey, Leicester against Arsenal was a tough one for sure. Merino got the brace and he's the man of the match of that game. And a lot of people question Arteta for going in for such a midfielder, for such a class of a midfielder when they needed a striker. Is it a vindication that Merino had to score 2 goals to show that he is the man for Arsenal, or it was just a show up, Eddie?
I'll give the credit to Arteta for him making this purchase. It's a good purchase. and it's a good start for I think for Merino and also for Arsenal. You know what? Arsenal played a very good first half. Let me say, like, since there was no goal in the first half, we can say it's a poor first half. But anytime we are playing, Arsenal would definitely dominate the game. They did their possible best. And Moreno came in, I think, the last 10 minutes of the game. I think in the 81st minute of the game, he got his first goal, and also the 87th minute as well. He got the second goal, giving Arsenal a very solid, comfortable win. I think 2 goals to nil. Talking of Moreno in particular, it's a good purchase. And since I think people were like Arteta should go for a striker, but he rather went in for a midfielder. And if you have such a midfielder who are always confident like Merino today, yeah, he's good. Yeah.
It's a great sign that he's good, and Arsenal have actually won every tactical point of view in the game, both possession, goals, maybe a shot on target, shot, everything, and that shows the class they are in as compared to Leicester City in the Premier League for sure. And well, today, Marmoush of Manchester City is the man of the day for sure after a hat-trick in Etihad Sports Stadium against Newcastle United. Eddie, Pep Guardiola is back. He's back with more goals because I'm not sure this is the club that actually walloped Arsenal out of the FA Cup competition and also walloped Arsenal in the Premier League for sure. Chelsea, when they come out Chelsea from the EFL Cup, and now at Etihad Sports Stadium, people didn't expect it. Pep Guardiola and his men, Marmoush stood up with a hat-trick in the wow. We cannot even talk about Erling Haaland today, but Marmoush, what do you make up of that game, Eddie?
He's a fantastic player, to be frank with you. Any player that Pep Guardiola, put his hands on will definitely come out to be a good player. If you are serious to learn, if you're ready to learn, you automatically become a good player. Since I think his name started popping up in the lineup of Manchester City, eyes have been on him for some time now. In the Champions League, even the lineup that we suggested, his name was even among the list. Showing up in this crucial moment for Manchester City and Pep Guardiola is a good sign. Let's take our minds back in the Champions League. It was just unfortunate that they couldn't win Madrid. There were a lot of goals in the game. Manchester City, anytime they are playing such games, they can just assure you that 2 or more goals will come. Then that beginning of the season, things were not that good for them. Bringing Marmoush on board is something good. It has boost the morale of the guys to probably do more and fight for more. And things are getting crucial because now Gabriel City is speaking, and if they find the right fit in the league, things will be very, very difficult for the rest of the teams like Arsenal, and also for Liverpool as well. Things can be critical for them. I think he's doing well. They are doing good. Yeah.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola is doing well and
But
he's doing good.
just that Haaland has been silent for too long, Although getting a goal in the Champions League, but in the league he has been silent for too long. So we want to see him back. Today an assist is not enough, but we want more from him.
Newcastle United have scored 10 goals in their last matches, and Alexander Isak is the most shot on target per match than any other Newcastle United. Today have not been able to register a single goal, have not been able to get a goal for themselves, and Alexander Isak were not where to be found in the game for sure. And hey, Eddie, what do you make up of Newcastle this performance? Were you expecting it from Newcastle? Because I thought Newcastle could have gone there and get that valuable 3 points from City. Since City is not that much of, how do we even put it, of that much quality this season.
Newcastle, they've been good this season. With Alexander is one of the top strikers this season so far. But I think their style of play today was not that enough to give them the win or the lead they were looking for against Manchester City. One thing you should know about Newcastle is the game that you probably said that you expect them to win. That's the game they will play like they've never even touched the ball before. teams have won against Manchester City this season. So I before the game we are like, oh, Newcastle, Manchester City is going to be a tough game. Maybe the goals will appear. Newcastle will get the goals, and their top striker Alexander Isak also get the goals. But they fail to get a goal. Alexander Isak as the top striker failed to also they feel they feel like today is a field for Newcastle, and they have to do what they have to do. What
La Liga. Real Madrid failed to win today. Atletico de Madrid failed to win today after a red card of Bellingham. Mbappe got that goal. After the red card, Real Madrid were not to be found in the game, and they ended up just drawing that game 1-1 away from home against Osasuna. No one expected this to happen. Is Real Madrid actually preparing for the second leg against City in the Champions League, or what is really happening with them against Osasuna? Because this was a game that they could actually go in to win.
the reason why they failed to win this game, I think, would be the factor of the red card, because the red card came in early minutes of the game. I think the first half, and it was just some few minutes. I think some few minutes after the goal, I think Kylian Mbappe gave them the goal with the Pavadi assist. That was in the 15th minute of the game, and playing with such number of, I think, without a solid strike midfielder, because one of the top players in Real Madrid this season, or not only this, I think his arrival in Real Madrid has been one of the influential players over there is Bellingham. Sometimes people fail to acknowledge the work he's doing. Anytime he's on the field, he tries to run everywhere. He finds himself everywhere, like run each and every single corner of the pitch. He's always much involved in the game. So if such a player is missing, like in such a important game like this, definitely you're going to lose the game, or definitely you are going to lose some points. And you saw that since he was not on the pitch, Real Madrid failed to win the game by conceding a penalty to take out away only 1 point. And I think the referee misunderstood what Jude said on the pitch. After that incident, he was like, sorry to say, he was like off, but the referee thought he was saying, using such profane words in football is not allowed. Like to your opponent or to the referee or to the officials, it's not allowed. But the referee had it the other way around, So let's see that maybe if they can revoke the red card, then I think you will be able to feature in there. Because Real Madrid needs to show up. To this particular game, there was a lot of draws. The first game that took off in the Liga today.
Yeah, Leganes versus Deportivo Alaves.
Leganes versus Deportivo, which ended in 3-3 draw. And also Osasuna Real Madrid, which was ended in 1-1 draw. Atletico Madrid versus Celta Vigo also ended in 1-1 draw. Yeah, so there was a lot happening in the La Liga today.
The Premier League table is changing. Liverpool still on top with 57 points. Arsenal becomes second with 53 points. Nottingham Forest is still on the third position with 47 points. Manchester City is now in the fourth position with 44 points. Both have entered the fifth position with 43 points, and Chelsea sixth with 43 points as well. And bottom of the league table is Ipswich Town, Leicester City, and Southampton are still on the bottom of the Premier League table. And guys, this is how it is. And this weekend on against Chelsea, 3-0. And Leicester lost at home in the King Power Sports Stadium against Arsenal, 2-0. Aston Villa versus Ipswich Town 1-1. Fulham won at home against Nottingham Forest 2-1. Manchester City at Etihad Sports Stadium won 4-0 against Newcastle, and Southampton lost at home against Bournemouth 3-1. And West Ham in the London Sports Stadium against Brentford in London Derby lost by 1-0. Everton won against Crystal Palace away from home 2-1. And there are games coming on your way tomorrow. Big games for that matter. Liverpool will be hosting Wolves and Tottenham will be hosting Manchester United. If you just join us and you are new, remember to hit the subscription button, like and share the video. And your opinions are always welcome.
There was a top match in the Bundesliga today.
Yeah,
Which is
yeah.
the
Bayern versus
the
Bayern
title holders,
Leverkusen.
now the Bayern Leverkusen against the Meister, I think the champions with the most title, Bayern
Bayern
Munich.
Leverkusen.
Yeah, Bayern
Yeah.
Leverkusen hosted Bayern Munich today, and I think Bayern Leverkusen were the better side, but they failed to win the goal. They failed to win the game. Since I think they are on the second position of the table now, the points still remains 8 points difference. I think one mistake I noticed in the game was Alonso failed to bring a stop striker, which is Patrick Schick, into the game. I think he brought him late in the game, and it was already late. They failed to do so. And also in Italia Serie A too, I think there was a great game over there. Atlanta also failed to win today. Also, Lazio played against Napoli, which also ended in 2-2, I think 2-2 Wahala. So I think in today's game in general, the popular game that we were expecting, ended up in the draw. It's just like that. Sometimes the things we're expecting won't go through as well.
Yeah, it is what it is. And guys, thank you very much for coming in. Thank you very much for your time. And hey, if you haven't hit the subscription button, try and subscribe. Be part of this amazing community. And we're going to see you in the next
The
video.
next
Ciao.